Good morning, grade 8s. It is Friday. Actually, not for me, it's Thursday night, but when you will be listening to this, it's Friday. And you must have a wonderful weekend after this. Work hard so that you can rest well or rest hard as well. Okay, let's start. We're going to look at the area of circles today. Yesterday we finished up with the circumference of a circle. Can you remember the formula for a circumference of a circle? 2 times pi times radius. Yes. Now the area of a circle, the formula looks as follows. The area of a circle is pi radius squared. And that pi, you know where to find them now. Yesterday, I hope your teachers also helped you to find pi. And then times, remember they're standing next to each other, they're vibing, they are multiplying. The r is the radius squared. So the only link they're missing in the formula for the area of a circle is the radius. So all we need to find is the radius. How easy is that? And how do we punch it in? Pi times r, let's say the r was 5, and then you have to look for the square button. If you don't know where to find it or you don't know how to use it, please reach out to your teachers, let them help you. But it's on your calculator, it's x to the power of 2, and that is the one that you press. Okay. But if you want to, I think, get your calculators so that when we do the sums, do it with me so that you see that you punch it in correctly. Sometimes yesterday you also asked me, ma'am, it gave me 10 pi as my answer. Remember to press the S to the D button, and that will give you the answer in decimal form. Right, let's have a look at a question. Calculate the area of the following shape. It's a circle. And what they've given to me is the diameter, which is 15 centimeters. If you have the diameter, you can get the radius. How do you do that? You divide it by 2. So the radius there would be 7.5. Yes. Okay. So the formula I said for the area of a circle is pi r squared. Okay. So area, the little 2 is on top. Perimeter, the 2 is in the front, 2 pi r. But for the area, it's pi r squared. So only thing we need to find is the radius. We've got it. It's 7.5. And then you can punch it into your calculators. So it will look as follows. So pi times the radius squared. Please remember that we work with the radius in our formula. So we have to use 7.5. Punch that into your calculator. Pi times 7.5 squared, and it should give you 176.71 centimeters squared. A reminder, if you get something like 2 pi or 5 pi or 10 pi as your answer, press the S to the D button, and that should give you your answer in decimal form. Easy as pi. Let's have a look at this shape. All right, they say calculate the area of the following shape. Could you see as it came on? We can break the shape up into 2 pieces. We've got a lovely little square, I think, over there, and a semicircle. All right, so we know the area. We have to incorporate all our previous knowledge now. We know the area of a square is length side times side, or if it is a rectangle, we're going to say length times breadth. That is easy to find. But for the semicircle, let's just have a look how we would calculate that. Aha, it's indeed a square given. Okay, so let's have a look. What do we have? We have a semicircle, and can you see that the radius there is 5 centimeters? So if you pull that bottom length up to the top, that dotted line should also give you 10 centimeters. And if you divide that, so that gives you the diameter, and if you divide that with 2, can you see that that would give you the radius, which is then 5 centimeters? Okay, so sometimes you have to look around you to pull in a certain length to apply that to get the radius. Then after that, we have a square with all sides is equal to 10 centimeters. Cool, let's start. Okay, so for the area of the semicircle, we know now the formula for a full circle is pi r squared. So what do? We put in our radius, which is 5. So please remember the answer we got there is for a full circle. So to get a half circle, you just divide by 2. You don't have to add the diameter like in the what do you call it, when we did the perimeter or the circumference. You just take a circle and you chop it up in 2, and that would give you the semicircle. So you take your answer and you divide it by 2. So cool. We've got the area for the semicircle. Please note your units, it's centimeters squared. Then, very important or very easy, the area for the square is length times breadth or side times side. 10 times 10, which gives you 100 centimeters squared. So total area of that shape is the 39.3 plus the 100, which gives you 139.3. Very important, your units, centimeters squared. Ooh, let's have a look at this one. This one looks easy. Calculate the area of the following shape, but let's have a closer look. It's a circle. And that circle's radius, do you see it only stretches from the midpoint all the way to the edge of the circle, is 12 centimeters. Uh-oh, what happened there? They made a hole in that circle, and they told me that that hole's radius is 6 centimeters. So just a reminder that the big circle's radius is 12 centimeters. And they ask you calculate the area of the shaded part, the blue shaded part. Sorry, I didn't include that so nicely in the question. But what they're asking is calculate the area of the blue shaded part. So can you see that if you take the area of the full circle that you had before that little small circle came in jumping there, if you take the area of the full circle, that blue one originally, and you minus the area of the small little circle, the one that came jumping in, that would give you the area of the shaded part, because you are eliminating, you are taking away, you are extracting that middle part. So you take the area of the full circle minus that smaller circle should give you the area of the shaded part. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Let's have a look at how we would do that. So it's pi radius square, the area of the big circle, minus the area of the small circle. So the radius for the big circle is 12, and the radius for the small circle is 6. Easy as that. We're working with full circles, so we don't need to divide our answers by 2 or anything. So you're just going to get your answer there. Please try and punch this into your calculator and see whether you get 339.29 centimeters squared. So you're going to say pi times 12 squared. You can press equal there if you want. Minus bracket pi times 6 squared, close bracket, and that should give you 339.29 centimeters squared. Oh, what are these harsh, nasty teachers? Okay, sorry. This is your homework because you need to go and practice these sums. It's exercise 18.6 on page 249, number 2A to D. The memo I've also attached to today's to-do list. So once you are done, whip out that memo and just check your answers, because on Monday we are writing a quiz. What is the quiz about? It's the perimeter and the area of all the shapes that we've done. That includes the square, the rectangle, the triangle, and the circle. And guys, you must have a great weekend and do not stress. You've got this. You will do well. Thanks, Cheerio.